No, it's like everyone and your mother will be telling you that you're wrong or you're an idiot. And it'll be hard because it'll be everyone that you love most. They'll be saying, listen, man, like go back to school, like do the traditional thing, be like this guy or that guy. It's like, listen.
Hey everyone, this is Rick, and welcome back to the Seed the Startup Journey, the entrepreneurship podcast sharing the stories of amazing founders and their companies in under 20 minutes. Today, I'll be interviewing the CEO and founder of Wurk Services, Xander Kazanowski. Xander's passion is to connect other people with their passion. He dropped out of college and started Wurk Services to connect businesses and freelancers to clients locally. Hey Xander, to start us off, can you tell us a little bit about yourself as well as your company, Wurk Services?
Yeah, so I'm Xander Kazanowski. I'm 20 years old. I'm living here in Chicago. I'm out in Belmont Gardens. I'm the founder and CEO of Wurk Services. We're a platform that connects freelancers with clients. We connect freelancers and businesses with clients. So we offer a wide variety of services. Anyone can book any service through us, and we'll connect them with a local service provider, and we can meet their any need. We were founded about a year and a week ago, and we've just been blasting. Our app launches on the 31st. We have a really good mobile-friendly website, wurkservices.com, where you can we broker services, so you could sign up, be a service provider, and we'll connect you with relevant opportunities in your area, so you can make money doing what you love wherever you are on your own time.
And you said you were 20 years old?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm also 20 years old and I'm currently a student, but I think you dropped out of college a year ago. Is that correct?
Yeah, I dropped out after my freshman year. It was a lot of other people's words. I just needed to go out and do something real. I was doing a lot of, didn't have room for creativity. I was studying quantitative economics and Mandarin, so I was like, doing a lot of formulas and seeing and repeating a lot of, characters, but I wasn't creating anything. I wasn't making my mark, and that was really upsetting. And I kind of felt like I was wasting away. So I had to go pursue something. I had to go create something. And I'm very glad I did, because right when I dropped out, I was living on friends' couches, and maybe not even couches, sometimes the floor. And then I finally got my car, and then was living in that for a while, and finally got this place over here. But it's just been a good year of been on the road learning, and I wouldn't trade it for the world.
So did you come up with the idea for Wurk Services before dropping out, or was that like afterwards?
Yeah, it was out of necessity. I knew I was going to do something cool. Well, I originally kind of planned on biking across China. I was like, this would be cool. I get a lot of experience, and I'm just going to be ultra employable. And then I realized, why would I want to be an employee? I don't want to have to work for someone. I don't have to clock in. And I just realized, the freedom to kind of do what I want was everything. But out of necessity, I had student loans that came due immediately after I didn't return. So it was just, I need to make money. So it was anything that I could do myself. I started marketing, and finding clients, and it was just me. And once I realized I could begin to delegate, I could scale this thing. So we just started building up that clientele list, adding services, building up the site, and really just cooking.
Mm-hmm. And just from looking at Wurk Services right now, I mean, you guys offer landscaping, garage repairing, and even sports coaching and calculus tutoring. But like, how did you start to build out all these services? Like, do you know how to do all those, or how was that journey like?
No, I don't know how to do most of the services. In the beginning, I had to. I knew everything. I knew all the services. I knew how to do everything. And it was just, really dumb labor stuff, like moving boxes or painting. Like occasionally, I'd tutor econ or whatever, but it was never like, oh, I'm gonna do this like ultra complicated plumbing job. It was like, hey, my friend and I are gonna go pull some weeds, make some money, or like move a couch. But whenever we needed someone who needed the skills or whatever, we could always find people. So we could always call upon our network and say, look, we've got a great electrician, or we've got someone who's great with appliances. And just comes down to having reliable people that can that are flexible, and trying to meet the needs of the clients, but also meet the needs of the worker.
So how do you start to establish that network? Because I imagine when you first started, you probably didn't really know anyone that can do all these things that you wanted them to. So
yeah, it's a big chicken and the egg situation. It's like, do I go find clients and then get providers or whatnot? In the beginning, it was just, I would specifically bring on a person. I'd find out what skills they have, and I'd say, oh, cool, we don't offer that, or I bet I can find you, people. So originally, it was just whatever. My friends would come to me, hey man, I need a few dollars, or I need to, I'm going on vacation in a week. I need to make a few extra bucks. And I'm like, okay, like what can you do? Like, what are you capable of doing? And they're like, I don't know, because it's a bunch of 16, 17, 18-year-old kids. And they're like, well, I'll figure something out. And, so whether or not it's like dash cam installation on a vehicle, or someone who's going to go pull weeds or move a couch, or, help someone set up their computer or teach a foreign language. Like, we just provide that platform for them to get in front of these people and monetize their skills.
Mm-hmm. So how many workers do you have in your network right now?
Yeah, so our freelancers that are currently using our platform, we have around 170. We have a good amount that are doing it full time, but we've got a lot of people who just do it a few hours a week, and we're looking to grow that. We're specifically in the northwest suburbs of Chicago right now. We're pushing into Chicago, and afterwards I'm thinking we're going to Texas, but don't quote me on that. It might be Colorado, so we'll see.
Just curious, because I feel like a lot of times when people are starting an idea, usually people encourage them, but there's also a lot of discouragement from, maybe parents or friends, right? So have you ever encountered any, setbacks, or like people just telling you this idea sucks, like?
Yeah, so the saying, like, everyone and their mother, it's like, no, it's like everyone and your mother will be telling you that you're wrong or you're an idiot. And it'll be hard, because it'll be everyone that you love most. They'll be saying, listen, man, like, go back to school, like, do the traditional thing, like, it's all set out in front of you, go do it, go be like this guy or that guy. It's like, listen, like, I've got limited time here, we all do. I'm trying to do things. I'm kind of in a flow right now. I love what I'm doing. I've had offers from schools literally saying, hey, we will pay you, we'll give you a check each month and free housing, free food for you to come and go here. And I'm like, well, I'm just not going to do any of the work. I'm going to be in an area that I don't want to be in. The problem I have with college is a lot of kids, they go to school, they try to find themselves. So, all right, so you got a bunch of kids who are completely lost, and you're putting them all together, and they're looking around like, who am I? And it's like, well, you're not going to find many answers here. And just getting stuff from second or third or fourth hand, oftentimes it'd be incorrect. Maybe the way the professor professes, he's just saying things that are clearly the opposite of the truth, but in his mind, he's saying something that is consistent with the truth, and it's just a mess. I think with the advent of the internet comes an ever decreasing need for large institutions like that. They used to claim like a monopoly on information, but now we see that that's just not the case. We can get that anywhere, anytime for free, and it's beautiful what we can build with this, this modern internet era.
I love that. Like, I feel like a reason why, I came to WashU and I'm studying, business and computer science is kind of because I'm still finding my way to see, what I want to do. So, like, do you have any advice for, I guess, people who are maybe studying, or, even if they graduated already, like, how do they find what they want to do in life?
Yeah, if you do everything and stop doing what you hate and pursue what you love, over time, what you love will reward you. Because if you're going after and you say, hey, this is my passion, and I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna do something that betters this aspect of my life every single day, and you just have that iteration, through the virtue of compound interest, you'll be somewhere fucking crazy in a very short period of time. And so even if you just bumble around and you spend a few months finding out what you like, it's awesome. Then when you find out what you like, just go full throttle and crash and burn and fail and have everyone look at you like you're crazy, but know in your head that over time you'll figure things out, you'll get it right, and there's no sense in wasting your opportunity trying to appease other people, because these people will never be happy regardless of what you do. You could cure cancer and they'll still vilify you. They'll still point fingers, say, oh, I didn't really like how he cured cancer, and it'll be like, man, like what what do you want from me? And there's no way you can appease everyone, so don't even try. Just go and be you and be the best you can be, and don't care. Don't listen to the words of others. Don't let them slow you down.
That's awesome. And so you mentioned it's been a year and a week since you started Wurk Services. So what would you say, has been the most challenging moments for you so far in running your own business?
Yeah, a few challenging moments. We've had a few. It's just like every moment's a challenging moment in a startup, I'd say. Like you're trying to pull together something out of the ether of nothing, and it's a difficult feat. But I'd say one of the most disheartening things, like I got stabbed in the back pretty bad. Kid I knew for 9 years ended up stealing from my people, and taking the food out of our children's mouths. So it was really painful, and it was hard, and I didn't want it to give me trust issues. So trying to get that off, and be able to open up and welcome new people to take on their roles. Like a few other things, like early on, I was living in my car. I was living on my friend's couch at like a college party town. So the kids would be running around drinking and stuff. I'd be in a fucking broom closet on my computer with my consultants, like trying to figure shit out. And it's just like utter chaos. I remember a few times in the beginning I didn't have a phone. Like you want to make some money. Okay, let me borrow your phone so I can call this client and make sure we're good to go. And then we go drive over to the job. But yeah, it was just like there's a lot of stuff that's like we had a big saying. There's this Teddy Roosevelt quote: "Do what you can with what you have where you are." And that's just something we kept going over and over again over the summer, because we did a lot of bootstrapping. We had no capital, so we did everything we can to just scrape together to pull through and just get these jobs done. We built a really weird trailer. We spray painted it purple. It was a good summer.
That's awesome. I love the hustle, man. It's kind of on the flip side then, what would you say has been the best or most satisfying moments?
Dude, getting people paid for doing what they love is just especially in the times we live in with coronavirus and jobs being illegal and shit, like just being able to get people paid has been so powerful, because just I've experienced the freedom, and I want to bestow that upon my brothers. It doesn't even feel like work. When you're just doing what you love every day, it's just a part of you. It's part of what you do. And if you love what you do, and you never have to go to work, you're going to do great work, and the work will come to you, and you'll get paid. You'll get paid for doing what you love wherever you are. I'm just starting to think like there's no reason I got to be here. So I'm actually listing this unit month by month, probably on Airbnb, and I'm going to go hit the road, because I just hired this guy. He's out in Macedonia. I'm like, dude, I want to be in Macedonia, man. Like, so yeah, I think the freedom for myself and the freedom for others, that's why I do what I do. And I know it's why it's the people who are in the core team of Wurk Services is small. It's less than 10 people. And I feel like every single one of those guys has that same kind of idea in mind, that we're going to deliver this platform to people where they can just log on and say, I'm hitchhiking across the USA and I want to stop in Kansas City and make $20 or $80. I need a ticket to New Orleans. Like, fuck it. Like, let's get my hands dirty. Let's do it. Like, let's go. Like, we want to provide that platform for anyone could kind of just go and make something of themselves and utilize their skills.
For sure, yeah. And so where would you say you are right now along your startup journey? Like, obviously you're no longer in your car, but like, are you still constantly worried about the survival of your business and yourself?
Yeah, so the day-to-day has gotten easier. I ended up, luckily, after a while I've been grinding it out. I was able to buy my place outright, so I've got, no really real cost of living. But running the business at times, I just remember, especially when we had the thieves among us, we had 4 days, no money in our books, and I had to pay the team on the 1st, and it was like the 27th. And a few of my friends, they remember this, because I was just running. Like, I was running around. I was like, there's absolutely no way that I'm going to let this kid screw everyone. Like, he can screw me. That's cool. You know, that's my dumbass fault for trusting him. But so I ran around 4 days straight, didn't sleep, got everyone paid. But it was just that hustle. And it was a feeling that was just like, you know, there's something on the line that's more important than your comfortability. And just putting myself in those situations, you really get that, I don't really want to say scar tissue, because we haven't had any terrible wounds yet, and I know they're coming and they're scary, but it's just something you'll deal with when you're growing, you know, bad eggs, malicious attacks. We have had a few people, like we've had a negative SEO attack. That's something I never knew was a thing until about 6 days ago. Apparently competitors can send, I don't know, faulty backlinks or whatever, backlinks that'll make your page look like it's spam, and then it'll decrease the relevancy of your page, and Google will punish you in the rankings. And I was like, dude, I had no clue that's a thing. And so now we got competitors doing that. I'm like, well, that's kind of cool. That means they deem us a threat enough to waste resources trying to harm us. Like, I'm not trying to harm my competitors. I just know that over time, as people realize that we're the superior platform, they're going to make their way over here. And I'm really excited for that, because as we scale, we can do cooler things and we can free more people.
For sure. So to wrap this up, I actually prepared a game. It's called Underrated or Overrated. So I'm going to throw out some topics to you, and you'll just categorize as either underrated or overrated. So yeah, the first one, coffee.
I think personally, most coffee's overrated. I'm a black coffee guy myself, but some people are way too into what they consume when it comes to the bean beverage. And I'm a tea guy myself, you know? I'll go with overrated, yeah. Okay.
And then next one, Bitcoin.
I think Bitcoin's cool. I think there's a lot of cool applications. I want to make some cool blockchain applications. I don't know the first thing about blockchain. All I know is I want to tokenize equity in company startups, so you can do like micro distributions. You could tip the intern like $2 in equity, like shit like that. I think is just super cool, and I think that's something like from like fintech application, like cryptos and Bitcoin, and it's gonna be highly applicable. But yeah, I think it's not overrated. I think it's not underrated either, but I think it's
properly rated.
I think it's properly rated. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. So the next one is waking up early.
I'm a fan of it. I get, because no one bothers you. It's just like all day, even when we're on this call, like all day, every day, it's just message, email, phone call. But you know, these bums aren't messaging me at 4 in the morning or 4:30 in the morning, so I could sit back, I can read something, you know, unbothered. I can make some hard-boiled eggs. You know, I like to wake up early, but then that means I fall asleep. Like, I'll have company over, and I'll be falling asleep at like 10 or like 11. They'll be just like, so like they'll always just let themselves out, which I'm cool with, you know. I get good sleep. So
yeah, for sure. This one you're probably kind of passionate about, but like college degree, what do you think?
Oh, I think I saw this quote the other day. It was like a college degree is the modern day equivalent to a taxi medallion. And I was like, wow, like that's just it's just a great way to put it. I agree with that wholeheartedly. I just think that a lot of kids are going to school who shouldn't be going to school, and I'm one of them. I've succumbed to the fallacy. I remember one time I'm with my sister and my mom. We're at lunch and we're just talking. I'm about to go to school, and she's like, you know, maybe like school's not for you. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not stupid. And like, so I just had that in my head. They're like, oh, people who don't go to school are stupid, like, or this and that. And because that's just like, that was just, and it's just the opposite of the truth. Because if you can find a way to escape the 9 to 5, to do what you love and get paid to do it, I think you're pretty fucking smart.
Yeah, that's awesome. So that's it for today's interview. Thank you, Xander, for coming on to my podcast. And, you know, I wish you the best of luck and stay safe as well.
Thank you so much, Rick. You too. Have a great one.
I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you would like to see our takeaways from this interview, go check out our Instagram. We will also be asking questions from our audience there, so be sure to follow us. Finally, it would mean the world to me if you would share this with your friends and subscribe. This is how we can grow and produce even better and better content for you. With that, let us grow our seed of innovation together, and I'll see you next time.